Hi kids, this is Wednesday again, the second class. Remember we have two classes on Wednesday, so this is the second class. Okay, we need to start looking at the next unit. So you need to take out your vocabulary list for Unit 9. So quickly take that out and let's look at it. And remember, today I will also ask some questions. All right, so looking at your vocabulary list, let me look over here. Do I have it? I do. Our World, Book 3, Unit 9, My Weekend Vocabulary. So let's look at that and talk about it and ask some questions. Most of it's pretty easy. All right, looking at number 1, what's that word? Well, of course, it's basketball. Remember when you say basketball, we're not talking about the ball. We're talking about the game. But it could be the ball. I have a basketball. I play basketball. Basketball is my favorite sport. Okay? Number 2, volleyball. Again, the name of that ball is a volleyball. Okay? But it's different than games like soccer. Soccer is the name of the game, but the ball is called a soccer ball. So you have a basketball, volleyball, soccer ball, and the game is basketball, volleyball, soccer. So it's a little different. All right, look at number 3, soccer. Okay? So number 4, picnic. Now, you know what picnic means. The verb we use is have a picnic. I had a picnic in the park. I had a picnic with my family in the park. My family wants to have a picnic in the park. So, did you have a picnic in the park? Yes, I had a picnic in the park. We don't say eat or take. We don't say that, we say have a picnic. All right, next one, museum. Now, there are many kinds of museums. There are art museums, there are history museums. History museums will have dinosaur bones and old things, but an art museum has pictures. There are also science museums too. Your class probably went to a science museum. All right, next one, Lindsay, dinosaur. Now, sometimes if you find an old science book, the science book will tell you all the dinosaurs died 65 million years ago. But actually, that's wrong. We have learned this science since I was a little boy. Scientists have discovered that actually dinosaurs are not all dead because their children and their children's children are birds. So today, birds are dinosaurs. We talked about this before. So sometimes when you eat chicken for lunch, really you're eating dinosaur legs. Okay, so we know the word dinosaur, no problem. Exhibition. All right, Teacher Nellie asked me some questions about the word exhibition. Exhibition is big. If you go to the computer exhibition, they will have, over there are some children's computers, over there is some office computers, here are some home computers. Each part is an exhibit. Do you see she wrote number 8, exhibit? Let's say the word carefully, exhibit. And then all of those exhibits together is an exhibition. Exhibition. Exhibition, exhibit. So at the exhibition, I saw a dinosaur exhibit. If you go to a museum, maybe there's a science museum and they have an electricity exhibit and they have, let me guess, a roller coaster exhibit. So all of those exhibits make the museum. The museum has an exhibition, but the exhibition is made of many, many exhibits. So next one, winner. Who is a winner? You are a winner, right? We can also say who is the winner. So if I say you are a winner, that means you work hard. You're a good kid. You do your best. You are a winner. But if you win a game, we say you are the winner. Okay? So a winner, the winner. All right, let's look at the next one. Team. Now, you are on a team. O-N. Are you on the basketball team? I want to be on your team. We are on the same team. okay? Not in, on, it's important. So next one, outside, easy. I like to swim outside, and the opposite is inside, easy. You know those words. Now, the word anything can be difficult to use. Let's look at it really fast. Do you have anything in your pocket? It's a little bit like saying something, but for questions. And when you say no, we should use the word anything. I didn't have anything for lunch. I didn't drink anything. Did you eat anything for dinner? We really should say something. We want to say yes. I ate something for dinner. Okay? Now let's look at fossil. Now, what is a fossil? Well, if you're digging in the dirt and you find an old bone, we'll call that a fossil. But sometimes you break a rock, and inside the rock you'll find a shell. That's a fossil too. So people can go fossil hunting. Fossils can be very expensive. Maybe you find a fossil. If you go to a museum, you can see lots of really old fossils. Dinosaur fossil, Lindsay fossil. Lindsay fossil. Next one, model. Kenny thinks he is a model. No. Iris thinks she is a model. No. All right. In this sentence, when they say model, they're talking about something to look like a dinosaur or something to look like a car. If I have a model car, it's not a real car. It cannot ride. Look, you cannot ride it. Bad English. You cannot ride in the model car. If you make a model, then you have many little pieces and some glue, and you put the pieces together. That is a model car. In the story, we talk about a model dinosaur. Of course, it's not a real dinosaur, but they made a dinosaur that, it looks like a dinosaur, but really it's just a model, okay? Some people make model airplanes, all right? Let's look at the next one, culture. All right, culture is a hard word to understand. Chinese culture, Japanese culture, American culture. I will ask questions like, are you interested in Japanese culture? Do you think Chinese culture is interesting? How old is Chinese culture? Chinese culture is 5,000 years old. Okay, good. All right, next one. Oh, hard to say. Look at the word and read it. Planetarium. Planetarium. What is a planetarium? Well, a planetarium is a little bit like a movie theater, but the seats are special. In a movie theater, you sit in your seat. It's just a normal seat. But in a planetarium, the seats go back very far. So when you sit down, you look at the ceiling. Why do you want to look at the ceiling? Because they will show a movie on the ceiling. And the movie is little pieces of light, little dots. Those are stars. But they can move the stars because really they're not really stars. They're just lights. And really it's a movie. You're not really looking at the sky. You're looking at the ceiling. So, planetarium. In Taipei, there's a planetarium. You can go to the planetarium and they have a movie about stars and planets. And you sit in your chair and you look back, your back goes very far back, and you can look up and see the stars. But they're not really the stars. It's a movie on the ceiling. But it's very cool. So say the word again, planetarium. All right, let's look at history. History is interesting. I like to study history. She's good at history. Next one, Turkey. Okay, some people get confused about Turkey and Turkey. Turkey with a little t is a bird. You know, Americans eat turkey on Thanksgiving, right? But if it has a big T, that is a country's name. So she went to Turkey last year. That woman is from Turkey. It's a country's name. All right. Next one, theater. Theater. Now, Let's look at theater. If you go to the theater to watch a movie, it's a movie theater. But not every theater is a movie theater. Sometimes you can see a play. So people stand on the stage and act. So you're not watching a movie, you're watching a play. And that is called a theater. I went to the theater to see a play. Okay, next one, stadium. What do you see in stadiums? Of course you see games in stadiums. So a stadium has a lot of places for you to sit, many seats, and sometimes there's an indoor stadium and an outdoor stadium. So the indoor stadium, maybe you can watch basketball at night because they have many lights in the stadium. But an outdoor stadium, maybe you'll watch people play tennis. So stadium. Got it? Next one. Dum 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 dum. Egypt. Say the word Egypt. I want to hear the T. Egypt is a big E. Egypt is a very old country. Their culture is very old. Okay, Egypt. Look at baseball. Again, that is a baseball. Baseball is also the game. Throw me the baseball. Okay, next one. Nuts. All right. What are nuts? Well, there are many kinds of nuts. Really, you think peanut is a nut, but actually peanut is not a nut. Peanut is a bean, but we call it a nut. There are other kinds of nuts. Walnuts, pecans, almonds. Squirrels like to eat nuts. Okay? If you plant a nut, a tree will grow. So a nut is for a tree. It's a seed for a tree. So if you take the nut and plant it, it will grow. Okay? Sometimes you have to crack the shell of the nut. Okay? So she likes to eat nuts. My grandfather loves to eat nuts. Some people can't eat nuts, they will get sick. So there are nuts in this cake. Be careful. Next one. Let's look at treasure. All right, treasure. You know what treasure means. Gold is a treasure. Diamonds are a treasure. So maybe you find a box and you open it up, it should be chest, right? And there's treasure inside. So when you find that treasure, then you have to quickly hide the treasure because somebody will try to steal your treasure. All right, next one, hobby and hobbies. Don't forget the IES. In this unit, we're supposed to talk about hobbies. And we'll say something like, playing video games is my hobby. That's not a very good hobby. I think a good hobby is collecting coins is a good hobby. Or playing badminton is a sport, but collecting badminton rackets is my hobby. So something you enjoy doing. Maybe your mother likes plants. So growing plants is my mother's hobby. Really, don't say sleeping is my father's hobby. That's not really a hobby. All right? Hobby is something you do to relax. All right? Let's look at the next one. Indianapolis. Indianapolis. Indianapolis, it's not easy to say. It's a city in America. Indianapolis. Indianapolis. And then National Geographic. National Geographic, it's not only a TV show. It's not only a book. Our world books are made by National Geographic. And you can watch National Geographic on television. They like to protect the planet. They like to help wildlife and help animals and protect the earth. So if you buy the magazine, because National Geographic is a very famous magazine, if you buy the magazine, you can read a lot of stories about Earth, people on Earth, rivers, culture, animals. So National Geographic is all about our world. Okay? Now, the adjectives. All right. Bored with a D. Remember, when we have the D, not boring, bored is for people. So if I say, I feel bored, you are bored, my sister is bored, that means that we're not having fun. So Lindsay is boring, so I feel bored. This class is boring, ing, so all the students are bored. Next one, no, interesting. This book is interesting. That movie was interesting. Let's look at it here. Hold on, let me see. What's the next one? Exciting. Again, if it has an ing, we're going to talk about something like this game is exciting. Basketball is exciting. That movie was exciting. If it's a person, we're going to say excited. So the game was exciting. Everyone felt excited. I know English is not easy. I know, I'm sorry. Look at the next one. Let's see. Perfect. All right. Don't say very perfect. If it's perfect, it's perfect. So, is your mother perfect? Yes, my mother is perfect. If I say, wow, this is a perfect dinner. It's my favorite. Or, wow, what a perfect day. It's not too hot and it's not too cold. It's perfect. All right, let's look at the next one. Fantastic. Well, of course, fantastic just means very, very good. Okay. Let's look at giant. Now, giant can be a person. If you remember your fairy tales, remember the giant tried to eat the man, like a really big man is a giant. But it doesn't have to be a person. It can also just say very big. So if I ate a giant piece of pizza, right? So yummy. All right, next one, geographic. All right. It's hard to explain what geographic means. Of course, it's an adjective. We use it in the word National Geographic. So when you look at the word geographic, they explain the word so you understand National Geographic. Okay? So let's look at the verbs. My favorite, verbs. Let's go. Relax. And I'll tell you the past tense, relaxed with a T. Lose, lost with a T. Win, won. The word won, W-O-N, sounds just like O-N-E, won. Number one, I won. I won the game. You are number one. It sounds the same. So, did you win? Yes, I won. All right. So, let's look over here. Visit, visited. Visit, visited. And then escape, escaped with a T. Text, texted. Texted with a T-I-D. And then throw, threw, thrown. Threw, threw. What did you throw? I threw a chair. Don't throw chairs. All right, now I've asked some questions before, and today I'm going to ask some more questions. Some of you didn't write your answers in the comments, and I told your teacher to throw a tomato at you. She will probably call you and say, why didn't you write your answer in the comments? Some of you didn't do it, and you know who didn't. Okay, number one right now. Kenny, number one, answer this question in the comments. Did you feel relaxed at the beach? Did you feel relaxed at the beach? Feel relaxed. Feel is felt, right? F-E-L-T. Did you feel relaxed at the beach? I used relax in a different way, but it's okay. Write the answer. Did you feel relaxed at the beach? Okay. Who's number 7? Number 7. Do you think basketball games are exciting? Let's look at number 3. Number 3. Who's number 3? Answer this. Do you want to visit Turkey someday? Do you want to visit Turkey someday? Okay. Next one, number 20. Who visited Egypt last year? Tell me a person's name. Lindsay, Charlie, Iris, I don't care. Who visited Egypt last year? And let's see. Number 15, give me this answer. Are you bored when you watch the video? Are you bored when you watch the video? Okay, we're going to stop there. Thanks, kids. Bye-bye.